I have a friend who became involved with an entirely unsuitable woman. Whenever any of us pointed this out to him, he invariably made the same feeble reply. "It's beyond my control," he would say.
Welcome to Get Writing, everyone. I'm Dr. Stavros Halvatsis. Subtext in stories, when masterfully crafted, can create humor, levity, and a sense of play for readers and audiences, but it can also generate discomfort and raise story questions. Subtext arises when the audience is made aware of the true meaning of words and actions in a scene, but some or even all of the characters in the scene remain oblivious to it. Let's see how it works. In the iconic scene from the film Les Liaisons, the Vicomte de Valmont, portrayed by John Malkovich, generates powerful emotions as he delivers a crushing blow to Madame de Truvelle, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. It is a scene charged with pain, tension, and emotional complexity, revealing the power of subtext and its profound impact on the audience.
At this moment, for example, I'm quite convinced I'm never going to see you again.
What?
I'm so bored, you see. It's beyond my control.
Here, the subtext, the connotative meaning of the words, is that de Valmont loves Madame Truvelle deeply, but his pride and personality will not let him admit it, lest it enslave him. So he denies his love for her and goes out of his way to hurt her. The dramatic irony here is that he knows his love for her would control him, something he cannot abide.
Do you mean you don't love me anymore?
My love had great difficulty outlasting your virtue. It's beyond my control.
De Valmont's words, "It's quite beyond my control," is a phrase repeated many times in the scene, drawing our attention to its deeper significance. For one, it points to the illusion of control that people cling to. For another, despite his apparent freedom of choice in the situation, de Valmont absolves himself of responsibility by suggesting that external forces are dictating his actions.
What do you mean?
Well, after all, it's been 4 months. So what I said, it's beyond my control.
This mirrors a common psychological phenomenon where individuals rationalize their behavior by attributing it to circumstances beyond their control. It's a coping mechanism, an attempt to reconcile their actions with their self-image.
It's beyond my control.
This reminds us of the fable of the scorpion and the frog, where the scorpion's destructive nature is excused with "it's in my nature." De Valmont's assertion that leaving Madame Truvelle is the way of the world echoes this sentiment.
Listen to me. You've given me great pleasure, but I simply cannot bring myself to regret leaving you. It's the way of the world, quite beyond my control.
The audience is confronted with the disconcerting truth that sometimes people choose to relinquish accountability rather than confront the consequences of their actions. Throughout Dangerous Liaisons, manipulation and deception are recurrent motifs, and the subtext of the scene is no exception. De Valmont's words are carefully chosen to manipulate Madame de Truvelle into accepting his decision, despite her heartfelt pleas.
It's that woman, isn't it?
You're quite right. I have been deceiving you with Emily, among others. It's beyond my control.
By framing his actions as inevitable and beyond his control, he effectively shifts the blame away from himself and onto external factors. This manipulation adds complexity to the scene, drawing the audience into the intricate web of deceit. Again, de Valmont's behavior reflects a broader societal tendency to evade accountability through a linguistic sleight of hand. Phrases like "it's not my fault" or "I couldn't help it" are often used to justify morally dubious actions, shielding individuals from the consequences of their behavior and their conscience. In this way, the scene serves as a poignant commentary of the power of language to shape perception and manipulate reality. At the heart of de Valmont's decision to leave Madame de Truvelle is his pride, which refuses to allow him to give his love to a single woman. Despite his deep feelings for her, he chooses to prioritize his own ego over the relationship, ultimately leading to tragic consequences for the both of them. Ironically, it is the ultimate proof of the love they shared. The theme of pride as a destructive force is a recurring motif in literature and film and lends this scene a poignant sense of enduring tragedy. De Valmont's reluctance to admit vulnerability or emotional dependency reflects his aversion to perceived weakness. By framing his decision as a matter of pride rather than love, he shields himself from the pain of emotional intimacy while perpetuating a cycle of suffering for both himself and Madame de Trouvel. It is a powerful reminder of ego. As de Valmont delivers his fateful words over and over again, echoing sentiments of inevitability and resignation, we are confronted with the uncomfortable truth that his behavior mirrors real-world attitudes towards accountability and responsibility. The scene is a microcosmos of broader societal dynamics where individuals often prioritize self-interest over empathy and integrity.
Certainly beyond my control.
Stop it! Don't keep saying that.
This reflection of reality in the subtext resonates with audiences on a deeper level. In a world where accountability is often avoided and responsibility shifted onto external forces, the scene serves as a reminder of the importance of confronting the consequences of our actions. To sum it all up then, the "it's beyond my control" scene uses the power of subtext to examine complex themes. Through the nuanced subtext of the dialogue and masterful performances, the film exposes the weakness in human nature and the consequences of our choices. The subtext is a sad reminder that while we may try to escape accountability, the consequences of our actions will come back to haunt us.
He went round to see his mistress and bluntly announced he was leaving her. Well, as you can expect, she protested vociferously. But to everything she said, to every objection she made, he simply replied, "It's beyond my control."
Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, hitting the like and notification buttons, and leaving a comment to share your thoughts and to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.